Hi, this is Dr. Clower. How are you? I am testing something out. We're going to see how this works. Typically, I record an audio in the morning for you guys to talk about good food, good health, how to change the culture of health, blah, blah, blah. And I ran across this site and I wanted to see if it worked. So instead of just doing video, instead of just doing audio, I can do video as well. So let's see how this works. The thing I want to talk about today is I have my radio show from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That's Eastern Standard Time. What I'm going to be talking about today is a couple things. Number one, soda taxes. Again, soda taxes. They come, they go, they go, they go. Everybody talks about it. And I'm going to be talking about, is that a good idea or not? I mean, I'd like to know what you think, actually. Post here on the site. Let me know. Do you think this is a good idea? Because it seems like soda taxes are, people are looking at any way they can to get people to eat healthier. And adding 5 cents on the cost of your 20-ounce Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper or whatever isn't going to change anything. It's not going to do anything at all. Plus, the issues around your weight and your health are multifactorial. Oh my God, there's like 5,000 different causes for all the things in your life that are making you unhealthy. We live in a culture that produces bad health. We live in a culture that it supports bad health. And if we live in a culture that supports bad health, then changing one factor isn't going to change the whole thing. It's not going to make an impact. And it's not that people shouldn't stop drinking the sodas. Stop. Okay, stop. It's just that if you have an equation, think about this from a math standpoint. If you have an equation and it's got 37 variables, like, I don't know, being healthy relies on being active, being fit, eating the right foods, stress reduction, goal planning, gobbling your food, behavioral habits. There's a gazillion reasons why people are overweight and unhealthy. If you have an equation with 37 variables and you change and you fix one of them, you still got 36 variables that are pushing you over the cliff. So the idea is very well intentioned. Good job. It's just not going to solve the problem. It's not going to solve the problem. Plus, it's something that's a little misguided because it goes on the tobacco analogy. They taxed just the bejesus out of tobacco. And the reason they did, and the reason it makes sense to do that, is because smoking is a public health concern. You know, you can smoke, but your smoke affects me more than it affects you. Secondhand smoke is worse than firsthand smoke because the temperature that you pull it in is hotter, and so the combustion of all the nasty stuff is greater than the stuff that just leaks out of your cigarette and infects me. That's why it's a public health concern. Smoking is not about you. It's not a personal choice. So the issue with soda is that it's soda. And that's about you. You drinking soda doesn't sneak out of your soda can or bottle or bucket. Have you seen things that people drink with the big... And infect me? It doesn't. So legislating your morality and your behavior it's a scary thing to do. So it's a mess, and for that reason, we should think of other ways to encourage people to avoid things like sodas. So here's the bottom line, and here's the perfect case in point. The recent article that came out, I think it was the New England Journal of Medicine, that recommended that we tax sodas. Didn't include diet sodas. So it's okay to have synthetic sugars, but it's not okay to have a regular soda. That makes no sense. And it's subject to the whims of whatever the latest diet fad is. Because if you had had punitive taxes on something that we thought was bad for you, then we would have had taxes on things like an egg, 20 years ago. Oh, let's tax the consumption of eggs because we think it leads to cholesterol increases, which leads to heart attacks. What a cost that is. Turns out that eating an egg a day, according to Harvard and the Nurses' Health Study, does not lead to an increased risk of heart attack. If we had applied this approach for 20 years ago, we would have said we need to provide taxation to support the consumption of hydrogenated oils, because those low-fat hydrogenated oils, low-fat cheese with hydrogenated oils, are going to be good for your heart. Turns out, according again to the School of Public Health at Harvard, Walter Willett estimated that doing what they said to do would produce about 300,000 heart attacks every year. So what is it that we're advising people to do today that is contributing to the problem? Anything? We don't know. You won't know for another 10 years. So the idea of legislating a nutritional policy in a field that shifts like the sands, that comes and goes, eggs, no eggs, nuts, no nuts, butter, no butter, it goes on and on and on. So that's the problem, is that that everything we think we know now will change by the time we get to 10 years from now. So legislating that is kind of misplaced. Let's let science work itself out and approach the problem from another angle, in another direction, in another way. These issues, I'm also going to talk about health care. Today is Veterans Day, and I would just like to say happy Veterans Day to everybody, to all Americans, and just acknowledge how much we appreciate the gift of service that our veterans are giving us, and the protection that they offer, and the service that we appreciate, and we honor that service. Today I'm going to be talking about actually the Veterans Health Affairs, VHA, their model of healthcare, and how that might impact what we're looking at now. Because what they're offering is not just a public option. What they have, and they have held down costs better than any other institution we have and provide a better service. What they have is actually closer to the British system. We have that in this country. It's called the VA. Anyway, I'll be talking about that today at between 2 and 4, and I'll post the link where you can listen to it live and call in and talk to me. All right, well, listen, this is a great test. We'll see how this goes. You guys have a great day, and I hope this works out. We'll see. Take care. Talk to you soon.